Hello and welcome back to another episode of Riichi Mahjong. Today we're playing in another tournament match, a 4-player South match. It is my third tournament game of the day. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the second one. It ended in a second place, which means if we do win this game, we have a chance of making day 3, which would just be amazing. If you've never seen this game before, it's called Riichi Mahjong. Hold on, I gotta lock in a minute just to see what's going on. 3, 4, 4, 6, 7. Let's go to 7, 9. If you've never seen this game before, it's called Riichi Mahjong. The whole entire goal of the game is to get 5 shapes in our hand. One of the shapes has to be a pair. The other 4 shapes have to be sets of 3, either triplets or runs, like a 2, 3, 4. Those shapes take 14 tiles to make. We only have 13 in our hand, which means once we get all but one of the shapes completed, as soon as someone discards the last tile we need, we can call Ron on them, steal that tile, and also steal from them the value of our hand in terms of chips, which are these numbers in the middle. That's the whole game. Follow along if you can. There's going to be pop-ups throughout the video that would help. Wait, what's the move here? Probably the 3, right? We actually have a good hand coming together. We already have our shapes. We have the 1, 2, 3, pair of 1s. The 5, 6 is going to be a shape. And then we're literally just looking for... we have a 6, 7, 8 already, so we're literally just looking for the 3, 4, 4 shape to be completed. Also, if we triple up the 1s, which is unlikely, but it's possible, we can use the 4 as a pair. So we're perfect 1 away, which means that no matter what tile we draw to advance our hand, we will have a good weight at the end, which means we should have a pretty good chance of winning this hand. Unfortunately, there's been some calls already. The White Dragon coming out in a 7, 8, 9. They're probably just looking to win a nice and quick hand, but we're gonna do our best to continue pushing our hand and see if we can actually win this one. Last game I didn't record. It was very upsetting actually because I was having a pretty good run. I didn't realize I wasn't recording until literally the last hand of the game, and then I was very sad. Okay, we're in Riichi now. We're gonna call it, bet 1,000 points that we're gonna win this hand. So now I cannot change the hand for the rest of the game. I just have to draw and discard until I win, but we have a good weight. A 4 and a 7 can definitely come out, 7 tiles remaining. And this is a situation where you do want to call Riichi. You know, the White Dragon hand, it could be a flush, to be honest, or a half flush, that is, which is a little scary as, you know, more Han than I would potentially want. But look, a lot of the tiles that haven't been discarded, they're safe. The 6 is safe, the 5 is safe for them, the 2 is safe. Like this 5, it's very scary, but I'm okay with discarding it because it was just discarded. And we hit the Ron off of that person, so we're off to a good start. I think this is just Riichi Pinfu Dora. We hit an Aura Dora though, which means it basically gets us up to a Mangan. I love to see this starting the hand. We basically need a first to advance to day 2. I don't actually know the scores. I'll know after this game, which I will showcase. Oh, let's take a look. Triple 9s, 1s, 5. Oh, what is going on here? Hear me out. Okay, this may be the wrong decision, but this is a chance for a full outside hand. We're going to pawn the east. It is our double wind, right? Let's discard the 8. Now, here's the thing. We have 2 shapes already with the east and the 9s, right? We can pawn the 1s or the 9s if they do come out, right? That would give us 4 shapes, right? And we're just looking for 1 more after that. Unfortunately, it would involve discarding our Dora, but the thing is, like, this is a good proposition for me because it actually gives our hand some value, right? Another thing is that I think if we are able to pair up the 1, like let's say we do draw the 1 here, I don't think we con it. Actually, we do. Hear me out. Okay, we got a little unlucky. Like I con here because let's say we do hit a tile, right? In the dead wall. All of our tiles we've called are triples already, which means that we have a chance of hitting massive. Now it's unfortunate. We draw another Dora. It's unfortunate, but that we didn't hit. But, you know, I think it's worth the risk. Now, the red dragons are the Dora now. No, the white. I think the white. I don't actually know the order. I think the white dragon... No, the red is. We see the white. Red's the dragon. We don't see any of the red dragons, which means it's probably in people's hands. The good thing is that we don't have any in our hand. And we are in Tempai very quickly, right? We were in Tempai 2 turns ago, which is pretty incredible. We'll see. The 3 comes out, and I don't think we need a 3. The only thing that will make our hand better is if we draw a pair of the 1s. In that case, I'll discard the 3. It would improve our weight, and it would allow us to have a crazy hand. I think it would be all, it would be Toy Toy, and I think it would be full outside, which is an absurd hand to have. It's like low-key almost all terminals if we didn't have the East, right? But that's a Yakima. That's a pretty crazy chance. Again, I mean, I think this is the correct play to make. I mean, this is a pretty ballsy thing to do. We discard the 5 right away, which is not something you usually want to do, but I saw it coming together. Green Dragon, it's in the dead wall, so we're not going to keep it. I mean, there's an argument to be made of trying to go for Toy Toy no matter what, but I think it's better to wait in Tempai like this. I think another situation is because we don't see a lot of the ones, right? There's should be 3 ones left. If I do end up, yeah, this pawn right here, I think I will call it actually and discard this because this is guaranteed Toy Toy now. It's also guaranteed full outside, which I think is a Yaku. I'm like not completely sure. It's not fully outside. It's like, it's a weird hand, right? Because it's almost a Yaku one if we didn't have this East. But people do realize that, right? But I think this is a good way. It's a good way. I think it's at least 3 Han. Oh, it's at least 5 Han. It's a Mongon for sure in the dealer. So this is the correct thing to go for in my book. We'll see if the 1 actually comes away because people should realize now, hey, this is a full outside hand. All the 9s are gone. So pretty much the only thing I could be waiting for is either the 1, the 9 of Bamboo, which I can't be waiting for. Yeah, it's very telegraphed what I'm waiting for. It's the 1. So if someone does discard it, they are not playing very well. Speaking of playing well, I mean, arguably this is a better weight, but I'll keep the 1, right? Just because I think I'm going to sumo it, because I don't think people are going to be discarding the white dragons either. That'll be in Furton. Let's see the, okay, we have an Adept 3-star. Let's see the caliber of players we're playing with. We're playing against a Saint rank player. It's the second time I've done that. And another Saint rank. This is a crazy hand. And you know what? We don't hit the Toy Toy, but that is okay, okay? At this stage of the tournament, we are going to be playing against Saint rank players. All we need to do is keep making decisions like this to put ourselves in a position where we could win, right? And so far, we're still in first place. Now, unfortunately, that is a pretty crazy hand to miss out on, but you can't win them all, right? New hand, new me. We have a lot of honor tiles in the hand, but none of them are connected. We don't have any pairs or anything, so they're probably going to be discarded soon. Discard the red dragon. Probably going to discard the north wind and the white dragon as well. Let's just keep piling on these decent draws. I mean, outside of that, our hand doesn't look that exciting, to be honest. We have a lot of 1s. Like, we don't need this 1. I don't think we're going to pawn anything. We're really, this is kind of a folding angle already. Unless our draws are incredible, which is, you know, kind of hard to do. We're just going to discard all our honor tiles. I think we're just going to get rid of them. We can wait for the East, but now I think it's just a fold, right? The early Riichi comes. Early double Riichi comes. I'm not entirely certain. I think the 9 would probably be safe for both. I mean, the 8 kind of telegraphs that they're not waiting on the 9, and the 9 is safe for calming the left. So we really have to play both sides here, which is a little tough to do. I'm going to guess the 2 is safe. It's at least safe for 1, but it's kind of hard to play safe, especially for all the Riichis now. So it's literally me against the world. But the good news for me is that there's 3 Riichis, which means someone's bound to deal in. Someone is bound to deal in. Let's try the 9. Oh, it's paused. Someone, it must have been lag. I was about to say, if it's pausing, that means someone's running it, but it must have been the lag. 7 comes down. I'm very happy we didn't deal in there. Riichi, seat win, prevalent win. They weren't actually waiting for the East, but they definitely could have. This is actually pretty good for me because it doesn't really shake up the standings that much, right? I'm still in the lead. I think I'm in a more of a leading position than I was before, so this is fine by me. Of course, we have a long game to play. It's only East 3, right? We have to go through at least 5 more hands, probably more. And missing out on that Toy Toy hand doesn't feel that good. Definitely not. Let's see. Okay, we draw the Dora, which is definitely interesting. Unfortunately, it is a 1, and like, I'm not very inclined to be able to accept it, right? Unless we literally draw the 2 or the 3. The best case scenario is for me to draw another Dora right now, but that is kind of a pipe dream. Let's take a look at the rest of our hand. Honestly, it's not looking too bad. We have 1 shape here, 2 shapes here, 3 shapes here, 4 shapes here, and then if we can pair up the 1s, that would be our 5th shape. But but like it's kind of tough, you know? We already have a pair, right? But the problem with the pair is that we really want to accept this 5. So we're not very happy if we use the 4 as a pair. It would involve discarding the 5. Unless we draw the 6, right? If we draw the 6, definitely an improvement, right? Because then we can do pair 4s and then 5, 6, 7. Let's keep the 3. I mean, the 3 is kind of the same as the 8, but I don't think we're going to use the white dragon. The problem with this hand right now is that we're probably going to have to discard the Dora. And the thing that we have to grapple with is, do we discard it early or later, right? And I think the decision I'm making now is discarding it early, get out of the hand. No one's going to call it, right? It's definitely at risk of being called later on if you hold it for too long. And we have a much better hand to play with at this point, right? We've gotten rid of the Dora. We're really just looking to fulfill our shapes here. Now, it definitely has an opportunity to be all simples, right? Our only simple or only non-simple is the 9. Now, of course, this 8 is a bit dubious, but I think now we discard this 8, right? Yeah, we don't need the 8, right? The thing with this 9 is that if we draw the 8 here, we'd really enjoy keeping it, right? Because otherwise we're still waiting for the 6, right? So this is very important to actually keep. And even if we do accept the 6, I think we're still keeping the 7, 9 because it's a decent shape, right? Because our shapes are pretty set in stone. We have this 9 we don't need. We have I guess we're 6 shapes technically. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's basically 5. It's this 3, 5, 5. Well, actually, this is interesting. Now we're going to discard the 9 because here we are. We have 5, 6, 7, and then the 3, 5 is much better than the 7, 9, right? It's still a gut shot, but it's still good. Now I think we discard the 8. Hear me out. This 5 we want to be accepted no matter what, and this 7, 8 I'm pretty sure is just going to be our run, right? So let's just make it our run. We don't need to make it any better than it actually is, and we're moving towards more of a pinfu type of situation, right? Fortunately, the hand is not fast enough, and the hand is over. They sumoed it. You know, Saint ranks tend to do that. But then again, I think I'm playing at that caliber right now. I mean, second place in the last 2 games. First place in this game would let me make day 2, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to have to keep playing good Mahjong. New hand, new me. We have a lot of low tiles in this hand, right? But we also have 2 east wins, which is not my double win this time, but it at least is a Yaku, which means I could technically open up the hand. Although I am just paying attention now, the hand's not looking too elegant. I mean, we have 2, 3, 3, 4. It's a decent shape. But then what else do we have? I mean, I guess we just drew the 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. There's always a chance for a 1, 2, 3 Shen Shoku, which is mixed triple sequence, right? So if we draw the 1 here, we have 1, 2, 3 in all 3 suits. Do I go for it? To be honest, I think I do here. Now, hear me out. We're 1 away from mixed triple sequence, right? So if all else fails, we have that as a Yaku, right? We're just looking for the 2. But here's the thing, right? We can also call the east wins, right? And that would just get us a Yaku no matter what. And so this is a situation where Riichi comes down, we have to play a little defensively, but it is a situation where this is easily be a decent hand. Now, the question is, do we ever push this? And I think I do. I mean, 6 is inside Suji. It passes. It's not really a Suji, but it's inside Suji. Yeah, and this is the situation where we're not hitting mixed triple sequence, but at least we can wait for a tile. And I think I'm going to wait for the 1. The 3 passes, and this is a situation where I can definitely steal it away. Although Saint ranks tend to Ron things before I can even get anything in order. Unfortunate. Riichi Pinfu red 5. It's just 3 Han, but it's a decent amount of points. And now it's actually quite funny. They still haven't overtaken me, and the game is just about to go into the second half. It's a 2-minute warning, East 4. And look at this hand. I mean, talk about mixed triple sequences. Do we ever call this? I don't really think so. I don't think it's a toy situation, but you could argue that it is. I mean, look, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3, 6, 8. I mean, we have our shapes already, to be honest. Right? Let's just take a look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. These are all things that definitely can be called. Unfortunately, we drew the 3rd white dragon after 1 has been discarded. So it might be quite a while before we see another one. But maybe this is a toy situation. I mean, this is one of those hands where if you just lock in and start calling things, all our tiles, so we draw the white dragon. Now I'm definitely going for toy, right? Let's discard the 2 first, right? Because here's the thing, like, we don't need to go for Toy Toy. We really don't. Obviously, it would be easy, right? Because we're going to end up calling the 1s and the 3s, right? But it's not a necessity. We can still try to hit, like, let's say we hit a 4, we get pair of 1s, 2, 3, 4. Or let's say we even hit a 7, right? We get 6, 7, 8. Unfortunately, it's just a one-on hand if we do so. So I am kind of inclined to go to Toy Toy. But again, Toy Toy is not the best option sometimes, right? Definitely not the best option. I mean, this is a similar argument. I think for this, I'd rather keep the 3, 3, 4 instead of the 6, 8, right? And the 6, 8 is a little dangerous. I'm probably going to discard the 6 next. We'll see. I mean, I'm going to call things. I definitely am going to call things if I do get the opportunity for. 2 9s are discarded from Toy in front of us. They're both Dora. It doesn't look like it's a tell, right? But I think they just got a little unlucky. Southwind is safe enough, although probably should have held that. It's a bad play by me, I will admit. Probably should have held that for later. I mean, Toy is in Tempai. I mean, it's obvious they're in Tempai, right? But I think 6 should be safe for them because it was discarded not too long ago. I haven't seen them change their hand, but look, they're discarding the 5, discard the 4 right after. This looks like Tempai to me, so I will have to think about folding. Now, fortunately for me, I actually do have some decent folding tiles for them. I have the 3 and the 2, right? 2 is definitely safe. 5 ends up being safe as well. I discarded a 3, 4, 5. Fine by me. The 4 isn't really safe, but the 2 is safe. I don't really feel like pushing. I mean, like, they have a red 5 in their hand. Who knows what they have? Who really knows? Still haven't been able to call any tiles, which is unfortunate. I think I still will push, right? Ron comes is not me. I mean, look, just keep trading around tiles. Although the Saint ranks are kind of shooting at each other. All simples, red 5 is a 2-on hand. Is that enough to overtake me? I don't think so. Just barely not. Still in first place, and we're entering the second half of the game. Let's take a look at our new hand. Again, not the best hand to work with, but we can definitely play on, that's for sure. We have some disconnected dragons, but this is one of those hands where it's like, I have so many tiles that just do not work with each other, right? Like the ones, I mean, we have one shape here. Technically, this is another shape. Technically, this is another shape, but that's 3 shapes that, you know, don't really work that well. Now, we do complete 1, right, which is nice. White Dragon Pawn comes out. Fortunately, I give it to my nearest competitor, but so be it. At least I'm not dealing in. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of not dealing in. 1, 3 is pretty decent. I think now we discard the West. Unlikely we're going to actually complete it. Let's see. Do we actually have a chance in this hand? The 9. Oh, my shapes are ever flowing. 1, 3, 8, 8, 9, 9. I mean, these are a lot of pair. I mean, the 8, 8, 9, 9, I don't really enjoy, right? Don't really enjoy. I like this. Let's discard the 7. I'm still going to keep the 5. I mean, the 5 is pretty good. Look at our shapes. We have 1, 2. I mean, technically 3, 4, 5, right? Technically, this is 3, 4, 5, but it wouldn't involve me drawing the perfect cards for the situation. I mean, I'm not counting it out. Another 3, I think now makes me want to discard the 1. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I mean, it's not the best discard, but I guess I'm in a similar situation. We draw the 3 here. Now I think we discard the 9. We're moving in a direction that I enjoy, right? Obviously, it's not going to be all simples, right? Because we have to use this 1. I mean, because if we accept the 4, we're very happy about it, and we're keeping the 1. But we're moving closer towards a situation that I would consider pretty decent. I'm going to discard the other 9 here. I mean, at least it's safe tiles, right? The 8 does throw a little wrench in the plan, though. But let's just take a look. We see all the 9s. We see 2 of the 7s, right? I mean, what's the move? Let's try discarding the 3 here. I'm kind of moving. Like I told you, like, my shapes are ever flowing. We're making money moves, okay? If I see another 7, I feel confident discarding the 8. But again, I don't even see another 8. I mean, this is tough, right? I feel like we kind of have to take apart our hand. And to be honest, it's not even looking that bad, right? We get rid of the 1 next. And I don't know. The 1 probably is safe. I mean, we see 2 of the 2s. We see 3 of the 3s, right? So yeah, the 1 looks pretty safe for me. And I like the way this hand is going. Unfortunately, I think I need to be worried about Toy as well here. I mean, they have called a lot of things. Maybe a half flush, maybe not. I'm not completely certain. I'm going to guess that the 3 is safe. It is. Fantastic. Let's take a look at our hand. I mean, we're like 1 away, right? 8's our pair, triplet. No, we don't need to call the 5. 7's safe for at least 1 person. And like, you know what? I'm not totally convinced they have a half flush. I mean, they have discard the 8 and the 4. I mean, it is tiles that are near, so they could be waiting on like a 5-6 sort of situation, but now they discard the 6, so I'm not completely certain. Do I ever chase here? I'm in Furton for like half this stuff, which is quite funny. You're going to call the 8. Oh, I shouldn't have discarded it. Of course, they're waiting for the Dora. That's on me. I wanted to push, but it's one of those things where I really shouldn't. I gave him 3 Dora, and you know what? This is why it's just 1 mistake. You make 1 mistake in these videos, and it's all over. And I know I let everyone down by discarding the 8. I know I was hovering over the 8, and everyone was screaming at me, "Don't discard the 8." When will I learn? You know, actually, the craziest part about this is that I'm not even out of the competition yet. Okay, second place is still up for grabs, and I'm not completely certain that like 3 second places might be enough, to be honest. Right? Like, it's not out of the question. I still have time to make up my mistake. It's not even the second half yet, which is kind of absurd, actually. Let's discard the 2. Let's see. Well, this hand's actually not looking too bad. We have 3 shapes here, 4 shapes here, 5 shapes here. So we have our shapes, actually, and it's not looking too bad, right? It really isn't. Question is, would we open up our hand? Because right now the West Wind is our pair, right? So unless we find another one that may just be the move. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us pin fu, right? Because pin fu requires that you need to have not any fu, and the West Wind would give us fu if it's our pair. The 6 comes, and now this is a bit intriguing because now we can pair weight. And I think I'm going to discard the 4 here. Now you might be asking yourself, that's a little strange because if you draw the 5, you're not very happy, right? Because you'd be in Furton. But I could discard the 9 and still be okay. Okay, Riichi comes out. It is the 5. And it's tough, right? Because I've been a little scarred by my previous hand dealing into the 5. You know, I knew the 5 was going to deal in. I really did. I should have just been safe. I didn't believe in myself. I really didn't. Okay. The 4 is the Dora. You know, I think now we're going to discard the West Wind. It's probably one of the safest tiles I got for the Riichi. I doubt they're waiting on it, and at least I have another one now. The 4 is definitely intriguing because, you know, I just discarded the 5, which definitely hurts, but I can't just deal in the Dora. I mean, look, did I learn nothing from my previous mistakes? Can't discard the Dora. We drew another one, which actually makes it a little bit salvageable. I'm going to take apart my 7-9. Looks like the safest thing to take apart. I mean, really, there's not many other tiles to go off of here. The 3 is safe. I like that. I mean, I would love to discard the 9. Another Riichi comes down. Do I have any safe tiles at all? Not really. Let's try the 9. 9 passes. They sumo it. Well, let's see what their hand is. It's unfortunate that my nearest competitor, Riichi Sumo All Simples 3 Han. Pretty standard. That's the meta hand, by the way. If you're wondering what the meta is in this game, you just call Riichi on like an All Simples hand. Maybe you get a Pinfu as well, and suddenly it can become a Mongon real fast if you get lucky. Okay, new hand. New me. It's the South game now, and I do have the double wind. Unfortunately, I have no South winds in my hand. This is turning out to be a bit of a longer video. Bit of an endurance test for everyone involved. Luckily, I have some water next to me. I'm going to drink some. We're feeling refreshed. Let's see if we can make something happen in this game. Husk, I just realized, has the winning streak medal, which is kind of cool. I mean, Saint 2 double Yakimon. I'm definitely competing against the best of the best, and I am holding my own, which makes me feel kind of good. Although, I say holding my own, but I am in 3rd place, and I did give up my 1st place pedestal. Which you don't like to see. Okay, look, we have some action, right? We have triple of the 3s. 8, 9 is technically a shape. The 4, the 7, not really shapes, but 1, 2, 2 is a shape, and the 6, 7 is a shape. So the 9 is going to leave next. And then we're really just hoping to pull something out of the bag here, right? Unfortunately, it's not really the easiest hand. Pinfu is not really on the horizon. All simple is not really on the horizon. And you really have nothing else going for you. Pawn of the 5 is interesting. I mean, it could be all simples. Could be toy, could be half flush. We draw the 8, so this makes this shape a lot better. The 4, unfortunately, is near the Dora, but I see a 4 and a 3 being discarded, so I have to assume that it's okay to discard. But I'm also down to hedge just a little bit. Now, actually, we triple up the 2s, and suddenly we have 2 triples in our hand, which is kind of intriguing, right? Because it's moving us closer to all simples. It's also moving us closer. We draw the 2 here, which is nice. I think now we take apart the 8, 9. Right? This is why we kept the 4, because it lets us accept the 2. Obviously, we need the 3, but we only see 1 3 right now, so it's definitely still a possibility. And again, now this hand has kind of upgraded itself. We discard the 8. The 7, 7, 8 is a good weight, and this is probably going to end up being our pair, right? And now we're literally just looking to fulfill a few of our shapes, right? We need to fill the 6, 7. If we fill the shape, we discard the 8, and we're intent by waiting for the 3. Which I don't know if will ever come out. I mean, we're playing with really strong people. I don't know what I'd do in that situation. This doesn't really matter, right? We see 1, 7 in both suits, so I guess let's just swap out our hand just to make people worry a little bit. We don't need to call this, right? And also the 7 is a bit more dangerous. Now we pair the 8, right? So this is ideal, and now we really have to push no matter what, right? We really do have to push. Honestly, like, that's another 3 gone. We only see 2. There's only 2 3s left, which means this weight is looking a little dubious, especially since you would imagine people are using it, because I only see 1 Dora, so the Dora is probably in other people's hands. There's another Dora, so we're missing, and I mean, we do pawn this, and hear me out. Hear me out. It's toy all the way. It's not toy all. It's all simples all the way. We're waiting for the last 3 here. We really are. We have a crap ton of Dora in our hand. Now, do I expect the 3 to come out? No, I don't, right? But am I going to wait on it? Yes, because I have to, right? This is just the situation that I found myself in. And I can still always improve the hand. I mean, the thing is, though, like, obviously the best way to improve the hand is to draw the Dora. If I draw the 2, I'm very happy. And there's more 2s than 3 left, that's for sure. If I draw the 2, I'm very happy. Oh, we just sumo the 3! We are coming back into this game. Oh, we got really lucky there. We got really lucky. This is a lot of Dora. All simples 4 Dora, Mongon. Pretty spicy for an open hand. And suddenly we're back in the game in second. Now, first place is still ways away, but look, second place is good enough for me. And now we have the dealer seat. Wow, we have a decent hand as well. Look at this. Now, maybe I should have kept the West. I'm looking at, obviously we have our South winds, which we will call. I'm also looking maybe a half flush, but looking unlikely as the East are all out. It's looking, I mean, this one we don't really need. We have good shapes, that's for sure. This is definitely a hand that I will open up for. I mean, in the dealer, pretty much you just want to win as fast as possible. The 1 does become the Dora, which is quite funny because I don't know how I'm going to actually incorporate it. Well, I guess actually the 1 was the Dora all the time. I just didn't notice it. I guess I was just looking at my tiles when it wasn't flashing. Well, the 4 is interesting, so we can get rid of the 1 here. Yeah, it's just going to be a normal open hand for me. I'm pretty sure, right? It probably is going to include us taking some risks. I don't know if we're going to be able to complete our hand while accepting this Dora here. It looks a bit dubious, right? Because in order to accept this, we either need to draw another Dora. That's the best option. Or we need to draw a 2 and a 3. It's like, that's not going to happen. So, yeah, we're pretty much holding this, and we do pair it up, which is actually absurd, by the way. We do pair it up. And so this solves a lot of our issues, right? We'd love to see a 7 of bamboo. We'd love to see a 5 of bamboo. We'd love to see a 3 or a 6 of bamboo. A Riichi comes down, and you know what? I'm obligated to chase, okay? I am in the dealer. It hurts to deal in. It really does. It hurts to deal in. But I have 3 Dora in my hand. 2 is safe. I'm a little concerned about the 4. It's next to the Riichi tile, at least adjacently. And I'm still missing some decent tiles. I mean, this is a situation where it's really hard to wait on anything. I think let's try the 9. 9 is safe. I'm guessing the 8's also safe. Right? Because they reached it a while ago, but I don't actually completely know how the pawn order worked out. We do chi this, right? The chi with the 4, 5, 6. We discard the 8, right? And we are 1 away. Unfortunately, this does involve discarding the 5. But I mean, what else am I supposed to do here? I have to push a little bit. What's the more dangerous tile here? I mean, let's try the 8. Does it deal in? It deals into another whole person. Oh, and this hurts. It's a half flush. You know what? It's just naked half flush. This puts me down in 3rd place. I was way too concerned about the Riichi. I wasn't concerned about the Northwind call from the beginning of the match. Well, look at this. It's definitely a hand. Triple Westwind. Unfortunately, it's our guest wind. So, like, what am I supposed to do with that? You know what? I'm going to take a bit of a chance here. We're going to go for a full flush or a half flush angle for at least one of these suits. We'll see what we draw more of. I think I'd like the bamboo. It's also something to be said about the Southwind being the Dora. I mean, we've missed a few chances with good hands, right? We've put ourselves in a position to make things work, and we missed out. We have a lot of honor tiles here, to be honest. If we just pair up one of them, we're in a good spot. And if not, well, we can discard them later on. I mean, the good thing about this spot is that, like, we know the North is going to be safe. We know the West are going to be safe, right? The only thing which is a little concerning is the South, but, you know, if we pair up the South, we're not mad. Now we discard the North here, right? It's never going to be paired up. We see the other 3. Riichi comes down, and you know what? This is the situation where I'm kind of happy about having the West Winds, because it is obviously a fold. They called Riichi in the 5th hand. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to fold this. And I'm just going to discard 3 West Winds in a row. That's the plan. And then hopefully we'll find some more safe tiles eventually, right? And in the meantime, I'm drawing some other tiles that maybe would let us complete the hand. I mean, we're actually not too far away if you really think about it. We have a 6, 7, 8. We have a 2, 3. We have a 1, 2, 3 here. Now the 1 we know is safe, so we can discard it here. We know the West Wind is safe. We know the Red Dragon's safe now, right? The thing I'm concerned about is the South Wind. But again, if we pair it up, we can definitely make this hand work. And you know what? We get another shape here. So through pure chance, we actually are slowly having a chance in this hand. 7 is a bit dangerous, though. And I am still concerned about the White Dragon. Like, I definitely am I'm still full folding. And the 7 is safe, which I like to see with 2 Riichis out there. I mean, I'm really just hoping we can pack up and move on to the next hand here, to be honest. And I'm hoping that someone gets Rond, and it's not me. 3 is 100% safe, so I can discard that. We know the 7 is also 100% safe, or at least for the 2 important people. I don't really know about Shimo or Kami on the left, but, you know, I'm not really concerned about the Saint 3-star, even though they're the highest ranking person in the lobby. 7 we know is safe. We're not actually completely certain that the 1 is safe for Toy in front of us, so I'm not discarding it yet. The 3rd Riichi comes down, and you know what? At least I have another safe tile. I am actually fighting for my life. This is like the 3rd time that's happened to me this game, where literally there's 3 Riichis and I'm the only one not in Riichi, and I think that honestly says something about... Oh, I actually don't know. The White Dragon could have dealt in. That says something about the Saint rank players. That really shows me, like, what I'm missing out on. Guessing Green Dragon's safe. East is safe now. This is good. I think I am going to make it to the end of the hand. Sumo comes out, and I don't particularly like the Sumo, but it actually might work towards my favor because the Dealer C is my nearest enemy. This is a massive hand. 5 Han. Pretty good. They have a pretty cool avatar, too. That's pretty cool. They got a dog in there. Does this let us overtake? I think it does. Into 3rd place because they have overtaken us into 2nd place. But you know what? It's all last, and it's the closest it can literally be, which means I do need to win this hand, or at least I can't deal in. And I'm kicking myself a little bit because I would have been in a much better position. Do I ever call this? No, it's not an all simples hand. I would be in a much better position if I didn't deal in with the 8. And that sucks because I really do want to get second place in this game. And it's turning out to be a little bit more difficult to do so. I'm going to discard my seat wind here. Maybe not the correct wind, but the Dora is also a little fishy, right? The Dora is definitely a little fishy. Let's get rid of it now. It passes. This is actually fine for me because I don't need a lot of... Like, I'm literally just looking to get into second place here. To really salvage my run here, I don't need a lot of points here. Getting the Dora out of my hand ensures that no one else has the Dora. And as you can see, I got a little lucky that it was spread out evenly. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8's nice. I think the 6 is gone. We actually have our shapes pretty on lock. We have a 2, 3, we have a 3, 5. That's 2 shapes. The 1, 3 is our third shape. The 4 shape... Oh, sorry. 4 shape is the 2, 3, 4. And this is the 4th shape. Hear me out. I'm going to discard the 8 and the 9 here. I'm actually okay with having all these 3s here because I don't really want it to be a triple, right? I'm using the 3 no matter what. The 8, I'm going to discard the 8 here. Pairing up the 5s is actually nice because now, sure, it's not going to be Pinfu, but we have triplet of the 3s, pair of 5s, right? That's 2 shapes, and then our other shapes are around here. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. Oh, this is a bit interesting. Let's discard the 1, 3 here. I'm not sure if this is the correct move, right? But we'd love to see a 4. We'd love to see a 5, right? This lets the 5 triple up. And at this point, we are calling all simples, right? Oh, no, we have the 1. We're calling all simples if we draw a 4. I guess I'll say that. Yeah, it's a bit dubious. A bit dubious. But the 1, 3 is such a bad shape here. Like, let's just get rid of it. Oh, the 7's interesting. Now we can make the 5s work, right? I'm not mad if we pull a 6. We can do 5, 6, 7, right? 1, 2, 3, pair of 3s. That's 3 shapes. We can discard the 5. Now, this is a little dangerous, but this is now a real shape. Unfortunately, I would have had 7, 8, 9, but you can never tell the future like that. And then what? Our other shape, we need to complete the 6, 8. That's fine by me. Don't need the 4. Now, we have a full flush forming with Shimo on the right, and they sumoed it, which means the game is going to be over, actually. It's all simples. They just wanted to end the game. And I think I'm in 4th. Man, that was the worst case scenario. I really need to fight for this hand. And they won it on the second row. This is tough. I'm pretty sure my ranking is not going to be up there. And you know what? It's tough because... Yeah, I'm not even close. It's tough because if I want to actually challenge again, I have to play 3 more matches because my last match ended on a 4th. Well, that's okay. After every game, I'm contractually obligated to showcase all my faults in the log. So let's take a look at this log, actually. It's, you know, I know it's been a long video, but let's just take a look. Oh, it's tough. You know, it could have been different if I didn't deal in. But, you know, playing with Saint ranks, it definitely feels a lot different, right? I mean, it's not very often you get to play with Saint ranks, not going to lie. I mean, I'm pretty honored, to be honest. They played well. It was a B by me, and you know what? Marcus also had a B. Let's take a look. At the hand, I dealt in. Unfortunately, it had to be a Mongon for 12,000 in the dealer seat. But, you know, anything else maybe would have kept us in the game. Let's just take a look real quick. Playing okay, and then... See, I get this 8. And it's like, it's safe now. They would have pawned it, of course. But it's just dead in my hand. I keep it. And... This is actually interesting. It wants me to discard the 1 here, which I sort of understand because why would I discard the 3s? Like, I can go all simples, right, if I discard the 1. And I think I eventually do end up discarding the 1 after I draw the 5, and I discard the 1 here. A few turns too late. And then now I'm kind of scared, but I'm still pushing for no reason. It should have been the 4. The 4 is obviously safe for whatever is going on over there. Or not, yeah, this 4 is. And then I just had the deal in. I mean, they were pair waiting on the Dora, for Christ's sake. Like, this is just not what you want to do in this game. They really didn't expect... They were pretty much preying on the new player in the lobby to deal in, which is me. And you know what? Like, I think the video's been long enough. I think we played okay. I think this is a good effort. I may play a few games off camera. Maybe not. I think my tournament life is over, which is okay. I lasted pretty far. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you made this far, leave a like, subscribe. Hopefully we're at 30 subscribers by now, but the goal is 30. You know, by the time this video comes out, maybe the goal is 40. Who knows? Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.